Now here I am having this index.html. Now inside this we have already seen what is this body, what is this title. Now in this tutorial we are going to learn about meta tags. Okay, why meta tags are useful, what is meta tag, and what information will be stored inside the meta tag. Meta tag will always be displayed inside this head element. Below this head tag, here I am just going to write this meta tag. Okay, meta tag does not have any closing tag. You can just write like this meta. Okay, once you write this tag, now inside this we are having some attributes. Okay, those attributes are very important. Now this meta tag is nothing but it is going to hold the information about the data. Okay, if we are creating website, then we want title of the website, then we want description of the website. Okay, whenever we are searching in Google, our website should get rank. For that we are having separate concept like SEO, search engine optimization. Okay, these meta tags are also very important, but when you are creating website, this meta tag data will not be displayed to the user. Okay, but it is machine parsable and it will be very useful for the browsers. In whichever browser you are searching for the website, for that browser this is very useful. Okay, using this meta tags, whatever information we have stored inside this one, they are going to process that one, and based on that the website will be displayed to us. Okay, now we are going to see some of the attributes in meta tag. Now first attribute we are going to see is char set. Okay, now here I am just going to write this char set, and this char set is equal to, and inside this I am just going to write this UTF-8. Okay, this is nothing but this is Unicode character set. Okay, so Unicode is nothing but it is a universal character set. Okay, the characters which represents letters, punctuation, symbols, everything will be defined inside the one place. Okay, so for that we are using this char set. Using this you can use all that one. Okay, whenever you hover on this, you can see all the data of that will be displayed here. You can just read that one here. Okay, authors are encouraged to use UTF-8. Authors should not use ASCII. Okay, we are not going to use any ASCII values. We are going to use this Unicode char set. Okay, you just have to remember it is a collection of all the punctuation, letters, symbols, everything. Okay, so for that it is very useful to collect everything and to use inside our website. We are going to use this char set. Now next meta tag I'll just write here meta, and next attribute I'm just going to give here name. Okay, attributes you don't have to worry, I'll be explaining you about attributes when we are studying about anchor tags. Now here inside this name, let me just write here keywords. Now here whatever website you are making, whatever keywords matches. Okay, suppose if you are searching for HTML tutorial, okay, only HTML tutorial should be matched. If you are searching for CSS, only that particular keyword should be matched, and only that data should be displayed. So for that here we just have to write this content attribute, and inside this whatever content you want. Suppose here you are searching for bootstrap, here I am just going to write here bootstrap keyword. Next you are searching for CSS, you will be writing here CSS. Next you are searching for React. Okay, we can add here, but like this you don't have to write. Okay, we are having separate way of writing keywords. When you are doing search engine optimization, we are going to use that one. But if you want to give some of the keywords in your website, then you can use this meta tag. You just have to give this name attribute is equal to keywords. Once you give this keywords value, you have to specify some keywords here. Inside this content attribute, you are giving some keywords. Okay, you can give any keywords that matches your website. Now here I am just going to close this one. We have seen about char set, we have seen about keywords, name attribute, content attribute. Next, in the same way, I am just going to tell if you just want to give the name. Okay, this entire data whatever I am giving inside this, that will not be displayed to the user. Okay, these are very useful for the browsers, and this will be machine parsable, and this is going to be parsed by the machines. Okay, this will not be seen by any user. Now here I'll just write here meta, and inside this name if you just want to give your name. Okay, so name is author, we are author of this website, so I'm just giving here author, and here inside this content you just have to give your name. Let me just write here my name. Okay, this is how you are going to give, and whenever you are searching some website, you will be having some description as well. Along with title you will be having some description. Now if I just come here, and here if I just write here, let me just write here flowers. I'll just write here flowers. I'll just open this one. Now here inside this you can see here I am having this title. Okay, this is the title, and inside below this I am having some description. Okay, to show this description you can also use meta tag. Now here I am just going to write this meta, and here I'll be writing this name. Inside name I just want to write description. I'll just write here description, and here I'll be writing content, and inside content I'll be writing here HTML series for beginners. Okay, you can give any content, whatever description you want, you can give that one. Okay, we have already seen about char set, name attribute, content attribute. Inside this, if you want to give keywords, whatever keywords matches your website, you have to give that one. Author, you have to give your name, and description, whatever you want to add, you can just give that one. Now comes the viewport. Okay, this is the most important meta tag, and this is very useful, and everybody has to use this one to make our website responsive. Okay, responsive is nothing but whatever website we are making, that should be looking good on all the screen devices. Okay, so for that we have to add this one. Only then we will be able to make our website responsive, or else our website will not be responsive at all. So this meta tag is very useful when we want to make our website responsive. Now inside this, let me add this name. Okay, now here we are just going to learn about viewport. Okay, now viewport is nothing but whatever visible size. Okay, now in my system you can see only this is the visible part. Okay, wherever our website will be displayed, that is the visible part. That will be having 100% width and 100% height. Whatever you can see, that is the viewport. Inside this content, okay, you should always know we are having this name and content attribute. Now for each name we are having separate things, keywords, author, description. Now here I am having this viewport. Now inside this content, I am just going to add this one. I will be writing this one, width hyphen device width. I will just explain you what is this one. Width hyphen device width, you should give the proper spelling, and the same content I am just separating using comma, and inside this I am just going to write this initial scale. Now initial scale I am just going to give here 1.0, which means that whenever I open the website, that should be 100% zoom in. Okay, this is the zoom level, that is nothing but 100%. If I just come here and if I just show you this one, you can see here I am having this 100%. Okay, so for that we are giving the initial scale 1 means 100. Okay, whatever website we are opening, we should see in complete 100%. Okay, so for that I am just giving this initial scale value to be 1. And this is nothing but width device width. Okay, whatever width I am having, that should be displayed to me in 100%. So I am just telling that one. Okay, these tags are very useful. If you are not giving these 3 tags, then also it's fine, but you have to use this first line and last line. Okay, these are very important. If you really want to make your website more attractive, more responsive to all the users, then you can use this one. Okay, these are very useful, and initial scale is 1. For this normal website, if I just come here and if I show you the output, for this normal website you will not see any effect, but if I give images, and this will be very useful. Okay, for responsive we are going to study about that one as well, but you really have to understand about meta tags. Okay, meta tags are nothing but they are going to store the information of our data. Okay, this is our data, like this is my data, this is my data. They are just going to store our information here. Okay, now inside this we are just going to add, like we are having keywords, author, description, viewport. Okay, this is the char set which will be having all the punctuation, letters, everything. And also we are having one more meta tag. If you want to refresh your website after every 30 seconds, like suppose if you are giving online exams and every 30 seconds they are just refreshing and they are just displaying some time. Okay, anything. Okay, whichever website refreshes by itself, for that also we are having one meta tag. Now here I am just going to write this meta tag, and here I will just write here HTTP, and inside this I will be writing this one EQ. Now this is equal to refresh. Okay, here we are not using name attribute. Instead of name attribute, we are just writing this one HTTP hyphen equip. Now this is nothing but this is our content type, and by default it will be refresh. Now inside this content I am just going to give the time. Let me just write here 30. Okay, after every 30 seconds it is going to refresh my website. I'll save this one. Let me just reduce the time. Let me just write here 5. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see after 5 seconds you are not going to see any effect because I have not coded anything yet. But when you are making larger websites and larger applications, then you will see after 5 seconds whatever time you have given here, whatever time you have specified, based on that the website will be refreshed and the new data will be displayed to you. Okay, these all are very important. Meta tags you have to understand. Okay, these are very important tags. You just have to know the concept. You don't have to by heart anything. Okay, once you are familiar with this boilerplate, now if you come here, if you just write this exclamatory mark, enter, you can see all these tags, all these meta tags will also be given to you. Okay, here we are having this one HTTP equip, and this is telling that it is compatible. it is compatible, and content is IE is equal to H. Inside Internet Explorer it is compatible. Okay, we are having many meta tags, you just have to explore that one, but important ones I have told you, these are the important ones. Okay, these are the important tags, you really have to understand the concept of this. Once you learn this one, you really don't have to by heart anything, you just have to write this exclamatory and everything will be displayed to you. Okay, this boilerplate. Okay, before using boilerplate, you really have to understand what are the elements, what are the tags inside this, and what is this language. I forgot to tell you, this language is equal to EN, which means that we are writing in English language. These are the basic concepts in HTML. Now in our next tutorial, finally we are going to structure our website. Okay, if you are having any doubts, you can DM me in Instagram. I will definitely try to answer all your queries. That's all for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.